There's something vastly different between this performance and this performance.
I swear to God I'll survive if it kills me too. I'm gonna get up and try.
You say, well, there's a lot of things different. The Youngblood performances are live in studio or live, and the Lewis Capaldi one is a music video. They're two different art forms, right? Right. These two Youngblood performances are absolutely incredible. They sound amazing, they look amazing, and there's a direct connection. Yes, even with lots of spit going into the microphone between what we're seeing the human body do to create sound and what we're actually hearing. Survive is a fantastic song, and I appreciate Lewis Capaldi's vulnerability, and the studio vocal performance is absolutely incredible. But what we're seeing is all sorts of cuts, and he's sitting there with an acoustic guitar playing and singing along to what we're hearing. You say, where's he going with this? As a learning and practicing and aspiring vocalist, we're not seeing what makes Louis' performance sound the way it does, connect with us, pull at our heartstrings. There's a disconnect in this kind of art form, and oftentimes when we're using our own voice, relying on studio tracks for reference, we don't remember this. You see, studio recordings really aren't performances. The artist is there having practiced the song, and they are largely comping, piecing, and punching a full take all the way together. And what you end up hearing is a combination of a lot of different things, many times through that song. Lots of breaks that the artist has had to, regain vocal power and agility and then go back in and punch this or add to this or redo this. And overall, and we've heard this on records throughout time, you can get an incredibly intense, wonderfully performed vocal take that goes down in history as something that really connects with us on an emotional level. And that's what Lewis Capaldi has done with this track. But we don't see it, we only hear it. So when we as vocalists go, oh, I want to learn how to sing that song, Survive. I really connect with this song. I'm going to sing it, and I'm going to sing it awesome. And then we try, and we're comparing to Louis' studio performance, and we're like, I suck.
I'm gonna get up and live until the day that I die.
If I try to get as intense as he sounds, I burn out after the first few lines. I can't do it. But if I perform it like Louis looks in the music video, I'm just hitting the notes and the energy isn't there. Yeah, the notes are mostly there, but I'm disconnected from the track. I'm disconnected from the message. I'm just going for the notes. I'm learning the song, and I am not in it. I'm not invested in it. My body's not in it. My soul isn't in what's being said. And I'll bet that if you were to watch Lewis Capaldi lay down parts of this song, he would be looking very much like... Now you say, isn't that tension? We don't want to be tense when we're singing. No. Tension and intensity are polar opposite things. We don't see a tense Youngblood performing. We don't see a reserved person who's thinking about their throat or worrying if they're using the right method to do. No, he's abandoned. And abandoned so much that he's, assaulting his microphones and all these crazy energies coming out. When we focus on what we're doing right or wrong without really investing in the song, we get sterile, tense performances. So what would happen if we took the energy from Youngblood's performances and applied it to the learning and immersing ourselves in Survive? Lots of things aren't going to come out like we thought they would, or maybe even that we hoped that they would. And it's not going to sound anything like Lewis Capaldi or Youngblood because it's our raw energy and intensity coming out over something that we are connecting with, that we are relating to, the vulnerability in these lyrics, The vulnerability that we see in the cuts and in the edit from the music video, we're connecting with those on a physical, visceral level. And we're letting that come out in our voice.
When all hope is lost, I come undone. I swear to God I'll survive. If it kills me too, I'm gonna get up and try. If it's the last thing I do, I still got something to give. Though it hurts sometimes, I'm gonna get up and live until the day that I die. I swear to God I'll survive.
Now, there's a huge danger of blowing out your voice completely in this kind of approach if you don't know how to walk this line between restraint with your voice and engagement in your body and in your mind. So we have to be well practiced and in tune with our instrument so that we know how various notes feel in our voice at different dynamic levels, over different vowels. We have to have gone through that introspection so that our muscle memory is developed enough to be able to deliver a performance where we're relying on our muscle memory so that we can lean into our emotions and our engaged performance. And if you'd like help developing these muscle memories in your own voice, click that link below in the pinned comment or video description and join my free course. My connected performance was full of warts, mistakes, things that didn't come out the way I thought they were going to, even though I was leaning into what I know about my voice and those muscle memories. And that's also part of the fun. We can lean into our performances with a bit of whimsy and hopeful expectation that things aren't going to come out the way maybe that we'd planned all the time, but if we're really in it, we're going to surprise ourselves with some really cool things that you just can't plan. This is what we're witnessing over and over again in the mastery of Youngblood's live performances. There are things that aren't perfect, but we just don't care. We don't care because everything else, the way he's engaged, interacting with the audience, in it. We are in the experience with him. So when you're practicing and learning songs and learning about your voice and trying to sing new things, don't stop at listening to the studio performances and trying to learn from there. Go out and find amazing live performances of whatever song that you're trying to learn, even by different artists, so that you can begin to collect inspiration from more than a perfectly crafted, edited, presented studio performance. And you will find that possibilities will start exposing themselves to you that you never thought were even there because you're taking inspiration and learning from real moments, from real energy. When I work with students face to face, initially this issue is always there for nearly every student. They're showing me a song, it's a studio recording, they're trying to figure out how they can hit this note and make this sound, and we have to back way, way up. Let me save you some time and just watch your ability to connect with songs and perform songs rise to a whole other level. Again, if you would like my help working with your voice, click that link in the pinned comment or video description and join my free course. And if you'd like to see some of my analysis videos on Youngblood, start here.